Jony Ive and Marc Newson are two of the biggest names in the world of design. This weekend, they're teaming up with rock legend Bono to auction dozens of items in New York City. We sat down with Ive and Newson. They shared some of the keys to making designs that work.
But, you know, simplicity is so complex in itself. I mean, you know, it really is a full circle. I mean, you know, simplicity...
More complex to achieve than anything else.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, when you see simplicity, you simply don't see all of the hardship that it took to get there.
You see, I mean, simplicity is not an aesthetic style. I mean, it's not the absence of clutter.
Right.
I mean, that would just be an aesthetic.
Right.
But I think simplicity is refining and being able to define the very essence of what something does.
Finding the essence.
And therefore you understand what it is and you understand what it does.
As Apple's design chief, Jony Ive has created the distinctive look and feel for products like the iPad, iPod, and iPhone, redefining a modern digital age. Marc Newson's industrial designs have graced everything from household items to cars and airplane interiors. Two separate design forces united in friendship.
Tell me about the kinship in ideas, kinship in approach, kinship in appreciation, kinship in sense of design and beauty and function.
Well, I think in some ways that's why we're, you know, the close friends that we are, that we share the same view of the world and the same taste, and we'll relate to the same attributes or aspects of an object.
Most importantly, we really hate the same things.
You hate the same things?
Yeah.
You won't find anything they hate here at Sotheby's. Together, the two friends have curated an impressive collection of items that will be auctioned off on Saturday. All the proceeds will go to the RED campaign run by their friend and humanitarian, Bono.
All of the money from this goes to Bono's great effort to combat AIDS in Africa, correct?
That's right.
All of the items define the best of what contemporary design is, a combination of function and beauty.
This is an object that has to be designed to such exacting standards that, you know, a person's life relies on how well it's done.
Some of the items they improved on with their impeccable touch. And two, they designed together just for the auction. This one-of-a-kind Leica camera will start at a bid of $500,000.
It's such an iconic piece. You know, everyone knows that Leica is such a rich object, you know, culturally speaking. So to sort of address that, and there were things about it that frankly speaking, I think, you know, we both thought we could, I don't want to say do better, but we could do in a different way.
When this gets, I mean, you know, when we were talking about simplicity, I mean, so there are numerous sort of elements on that, but I think what this does is it communicates so quickly and immediately that it's a camera.
Where does function come in terms of design and the balance?
I think it depends what the object is, but in most cases, of course, I think it's a balance. You know,
I don't know. I mean, often, you know, we talk about function as if it's in conflict with beauty, and I actually don't think it is.
I don't either, but tell me why you don't think it is. And
well, I mean, I think the true beautiful object, I think the beauty is in the clear expression of function.
And they both share the fanatical attention to detail that the late Steve Jobs was known for.
Steve had a great sense of caring, that he knew what went into the inside of an iPhone or an iPad, and that kind of thing is part of the legend of the collaboration between you and Steve.
Yeah, I think it's just part of a much broader picture, and so I think at the highest level, it's to try and make something great. The only way you can do that is to care, you know, to an extraordinary level, and I think many things then testify to that. Whether it's how you finish the inside of something, how it's assembled, right the way through to how you try to communicate its value or how you package it. But I think certainly one of the things we feel strongly about at Apple is you know, that commitment to care and to trying to make the very best product that we can.
It is that pursuit of perfection, simplicity, beauty and function that drives these two in everything they do.
You just have to try to design great things that stand the test of time. You know, it's sort of the antithesis of disposability in a way. You know, if you can design a really, truly wonderful object, and a lot of the objects that we're surrounded by have stood the test of time, which also is one of the things that makes them great.
I love these guys. I mean, they are the masters of their world. And I mean, just think of the iPod now, how good they are, and what Marc has done. And the friendship is also, I mean, we're all friends, but those guys have been friends, and they met in Tokyo, and their story is as interesting as their products.
So did you get Gail and I something for Christmas there?
I'm talking to Mr.
No, you know what I think is
that $500,000 camera. Wow!
But how they can
I'm
make
thinking more like shoes.
they can make simplicity look so effortless, and what we know is that's a lot of work what they're doing there.
And it's
bravo.
Simplicity is the essence of what they do. I mean,
Bravo.
look how simple this device, that device
This
is.
one,
Yeah.
I got it.
Right there.
Yeah.
Charlotte, that's her name. You
Yes.
gave her to me.